Hello, everybody. Welcome to the sound test room this evening. We are going to try and do Zenbeats again after it failed miserably the other night. I'm just going to get on my screen, see who's here. And okay, so Zenbeats, yes, Zenbeats, super powerful, formerly Stage Light. So I'm just going to wait for a few secs, see who else turns up. Audio Gus, ridiculous comments, mate. Get rid of them now or I will. Okay, so 4 people watching now. Can you hear me okay as well? This is important. If you can hear me all right, if you can just say. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Hozza. And okay. Right, so here we go. Oh, well, you can see me reflection. Hello, everybody. Radio, so Zenbeats. Oh, hi, Daniel. Right, okay, good. So we started to do Zenbeats the other night, but however, the glitchy thing was so bad, I had to stop. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically go through most of the app's basics. Okay, so it's incredibly powerful. It's a Stage Light. It was Stage Light. Roland have acquired Roland have acquired Stage Light from Open Labs and renamed it renamed it Zenbeats. It's still the same team, so everything is cool. It's also, hi Sam. So why should I get Zenbeats? Well, because support for Stage Light will disappear. Stage Light is no more. Stage Light no longer exists. But whatever you've bought inside Stage Light up until about, I don't know, sometime in December, I think, it's stable. Yeah, it's pretty stable. I haven't had any problems so far, but we shall see since we're live. Hi, Stephen. So if you've got anything, if you've bought anything, if you've bought anything for Stage Light, then you can transfer all your stuff. It's easy. Just go to Open Labs website, Stage Light. It explains what to do. It's very simple. I did it. I haven't got no affiliation with Roland, but when it was Stage Light sent me all AIPs and everything for the demos that I did for them and things like that. And it was dead easy for me to transfer. All I had to do was open an account at Roland with my Stage Light stuff, and yeah, it was a done deal. Anyway, while we're waiting a few secs, I'm going to play this thing here, and then we shall got into Stage Light. But I'm curious about massive threads for it. So it is audio. It's good. It's deep. But the problem is, right, that it's so deep that it looks a bit weird, and they redesigned the user interface now, so it's a little bit better. But we'll play this thing I've got anyway, and then we'll get into it. So this is your loop builder view. I think the easiest thing to do here, it did not carry over my AUV3 purchases pack over. Oh. Okay. Everything, I carried over everything here, everything, absolutely everything. So I don't know. That's weird. Anyway, take that up with Open Labs or Roland. I don't know. You can record, like, it works. You can have clip launchers like this, right? So let's switch the follow through thing on, and you can. So it works like this. Works like a clip launcher. You can have it. You can program it to track along like this. So how many times you like, which is what I just did at the beginning. We're going to open up a blank project and build something very simple in a minute, so you can see the whole thing. If you've got all the packs and stuff like this, or you've bought any of the sound packs, the thing is absolutely huge. There's not a lot you can't do with Zenbeats. Hi Paul. There's not a lot you can do. There's not a lot you can't do with Zenbeats that you can with then the same as any other major DAW. It's vast. I mean, seriously vast. It's got loads of its own instruments. You can use AUV3s in it. It's perfect for iPad. It works on every platform imaginable, I think. And if you've kind of bought the mega pack sort of thing, but you really only need the iOS pack for getting going with iOS, which is like $14.99 or something like that. I can't remember now. But you can also use it as an ordinary DAW. If you hit this up here, so I'll use my pencil thing. If I turned it on, seriously. If you hit this here, this takes you over to the timeline view, and this is where it works as a normal DAW. And then you can also record in the data from the loop builder view into the DAW on the fly sort of thing. So that's another way you can build up your tracks. So best thing to do is we shall start a completely fresh project. We go here and we'll just hit new song, new song. Do you really want? Yes, okay, I do, because I've already saved that. So when you open a new song, or when you open, called it stage like that, when you open Zenbeats for the first time, this is what you are presented with. You are presented with a basic drum view. Okay, to get rid of the drum view, you can hit this little X and it'll take you to the loop builder view. But we don't want to do that. We'll go back to our drum pattern view here. So we can just double tap on it there and it'll take us back. Here are the kit. Here are the drums that are loaded into this kit. There's 1, 2, 3, 8 of them, is there? Now, the only thing that's been added by Roland, or well, by them since Roland took over, and it's free, is a genuine 808 drum machine. So let's start with that, shall we? I can show you how to load different drum kits and then different patterns. There are thousands. This is the full version, okay? So there are literally thousands and thousands of different sequences, loops, drum machines, instruments, all the AUV3 stuff. Everything is working in this. So it's a pretty useless DAW. Does not even proper MIDI import function. Well, you know, that's a matter of opinion, I guess. You know, I found it to be quite and I'm not associated with Roland in any way, not at all. I find it to be pretty competent as a DAW. You know, I don't import MIDI. I actually play it in, so I don't know. But let's do this. So, all right, let's all belt on Zenbeats. It just wants the video. Right, here we go. So we got a drum machine, right? You can automate everything, but I don't know if you can automate AUV3. So you can automate everything inside the app. Default drum kits here. So here are all the drum kits that you get with the full version. So these are all the different drum kits. Okay, look at that. Look. Loads and loads and loads. So it's difficult to trawl through those. So the different packs that are available to buy, you can find here, and then you can just choose which one you want. And if we go down to the bottom, you'll see Roland Classic Drums. We can tap on that, and now we're in. Hey Bobo, hi Bob. This is now the Roland basic kind of. Actually, did I? No, I didn't. I need to choose and then plus add. That's the thing to remember. So if we go TR808 full kit, tap on that and add plus, it'll load the drum kit. And you can see that you've got a lot more instruments in than the basic 8. So you're just too analog, Doug. Yes, yes, I just am, yes. So these are all the sounds from the original kind of 808, but these are the genuine Roland ones. Hang on a sec. So you can program this as you would program any drum machine. You can just put them in like this by hand. Okay. Or you can use patterns. Now, there are an awful lot of patterns as well. So if we go to patterns here, these are all the patterns that are included. And you can see there's an awful lot of them. An awful lot of patterns included to get you going. So let's try and do this. Roland Classic Drums. Here are the patterns that are included in the Roland patterns. And this is a free pack when you even, you know, what's it. So if we do this, we can preview any of the drum grooves before we add them. Let's add that one. So to add a pattern to a kit, you need to hit the little plus button here. And now we have that pattern added to our kit. So, and you'll see that the pattern has been programmed to be 4 bars long. To follow along a bar, we have follow switched on. If we just want to work on one particular point, we switch follow off. And although the pattern will play in full, we can still just make adjustments to that one bar. So for instance, let's see. So on bar 3, I want this to go. And that'll just happen on bar 3. So that's how you program individual parts in. Okay. So if we close that now there, we go back to our pattern, our loop builder view, and there is our loop, our 4-bar loop, and you can see it counting around 4 bars. Now, if we want to copy this, we just long hold and we get options to copy, and then we could put it in there, and we could long hold that as well and put paste, and that'll paste our pattern into part 2. Now you can add more parts and stuff down here at the bottom. You can just hit the little plus and it'll let you add an audio track, an instrument track, a drum track, a send track, a track template or a part track. Track templates are like, they've got effects and stuff already applied. So, but if you want to add another actual part along there at the end sort of thing, you can, if you want to, just press part, and where are we here? Part, and it'll add the part at the end there, so the next part along. You can change colors and all the rest of it. Yeah, you can record audio in. It's got audio tracks and stuff. You can record audio in via the actual loop builder or actually in the timeline view as well. So it's quite good. And then at the top here, you have your drum pattern view sort of thing. You can make it full screen if you want to. Or we can go down like this. Or we can switch it off and we don't need to see it. So it's pretty good. I think it's really fully featured. But if we wanted to delete this, let's long hold it again and actually delete that. Let's tap it to highlight it and then double tap it to bring us up to the thing. We're still on our sequencer, but let's choose another pattern. So let's choose this pattern for part 2. So now we've got 2 different patterns, which we can just jump between. Okay, so if we double tap again, we get our drum machine. We can add more drums to the actual pattern. So we can have a kit that's like huge. So if we put add here, here are all the drum sounds. Here are all the different individual drum sounds. Again, there's hundreds and hundreds of them. So we could add, say, like, what's this? Or you could search for, say, like, percussion. We could add that clap as at the end there, so we do that, and there's a clap being added. So now we've got all these extra claps and stuff, and the ability to add further instruments, blah blah blah. So okay, also what we've got here, if we open up our little sidebar here, you have sample control over each individual drum. So this one, for instance, you can add an AUV3 or an internal effect to each individual pattern sort of thing. Each individual drum inside your pattern. So we could add a reverb to that snare if we wanted to. Let's do that, shall we, just for fun? So I'll add an effect. So here are the Zenbeats plugins here that you get. And then you can go to your ordinary plugins if you want to, and add anything from in there. Let's go with a Zenbeats, and let's add a bit crusher to the snare, shall we? Like, just for fun, people. And let's see what we've got going on now. So we've now bit crushed our snare. So we can turn the gain up a little bit now. We can tune it. We've got like a filter. And there's the parameters, but there aren't many parameters in Bit Crusher. There's only the 3. So, and it's only a little tiny titchy plugin. So if you've got like a adverb or something there, so we can add another effect as well. Let's add a, where is it there? A reverb. Let's add that. So we've got a reverb and a Bit Crusher just on that snare. Now I need to. We can have some control. And on we go, adding effects and stuff to each individual drum. So let's get back to our thing and let's stop it. No. Okay, so there you go. That's a kind of incredibly deep editing you can do. Now you can go further and further and further. If we hit this this little icon here, this will show you the entire range of the pattern. Okay, so it will go over all 4 bars, and you have like super cool control over start points, end points, all sorts of cool stuff. So if we were to expand this a little bit so we can actually see what's going on. So if we go to, say, this one there, you can move the start points like that, or the end points, And you can do this also with the MIDI editor as well. You can quantize it back. So I should, like, for instance, if I was to have moved it, like that, I can do this with me, what's it? The end point, and I hit quantize, it should quantize it to whatever you've got it's set at. Back there. Or you can actually move it around like that with these things. It's very intense. There's a lot going on. So you also have all sorts of other kind of automation stuff that you can put in. There's a lot going on, but you need to do it. You could spend an hour easily. I've spent 20 minutes now just looking at the blinking drums. You get the idea, right? Let's add another instrument. Okay, so all we need to do is add track. And we'll add an instrument track. Okay, so we can add it anywhere we want to. We can add another drum lane, but let's add these are the instruments that come with Zenbeats. Okay, so you have sample verse as you did before and all the rest of it. We'll have electro keys, and we'll just press plus. So there's that. You see, you get basic look, and you can expand the channel view for this as well, where we can then also add effects, etc., etc. We could add all our effects and things to this. And then you have a load of presets. So you have a gain control. Well, it's post gain actually. Filter. So some very basic controls, pitch modulation. Then you have a load of sounds. Now, don't forget, guys, you get a few sounds with the free one, but there's an awful lot of sounds involved in the actual. So, okay, so let's say we like that sound. I particularly think it's good, that sound. Let's go back to our blink thing here. Now, we can choose to record the clip in here or here. At the moment, if I press play, I'll just stop the drums there. I'll just tap this I want to double tap it and go into the actual MIDI editor. You'll see it's going over one bar like this. By default, everything defaults in this view. It defaults to one bar in the clip launcher. Double tap on that, and here is the actual MIDI page, and you can expand it and all the rest of it. But if we go like this, and then we can expand it to, let's expand that to 4 bars, okay, and then close this out. Now we can record 4 bars of our clavinet thing in our sort of phasey clavinet. So that's what we shall do. Okay, so record here. Look, give me a count in, but it's not going to start the clip, right? But it's going to record on this clip. It will stop that. So what we'll do is we'll start the actual. And then I shall jump in with the record on this. I wasn't ready. Stop. And I'm going to delete. I want to delete that. I don't want to go any further with that. Where are we here? Plus. I'm going to record over 4 bars. So. so let's see. I'm trying to remember the best way to do this. If I just hit, apparently, I think if I just hit that one, it'll just record. Any chance to show different themes, color themes? That is. Has it got different themes? I don't know if it has. But I'll see if it has. If it has, I'll show them, Sam. Yeah. Hang on a sec. Hang on. Let me just engage this. Right, there you go. Hang on a second. Thirsty. Right. So record. Let me just hold this. Let's see. Record input. Right. I get a 1 bar count in here, so we can go. I think what I will do is I think I'll just record into that timeline, and then I can show you some of the other MIDI editing as well. So we'll just hit this. I should have. I'll show you long hold. Deletes that mess that I've just made. Double tap, and I will record another 4 bars instead, because I just only recorded one bar there. I tell you what, there's a heck of a lot to remember here. I'm not messing. Right, so so let's go. So we've got a couple of patterns. We can, like I said, we can trigger either or, just like you can in Ableton. Say, for instance, you can build up all these loops and sequences and stuff like that, or you can trigger an entire block of stuff with just the kind of part player here. So that's how you build up your tracks and stuff. You can just copy paste, record information in, add more drums, tracks, whatever you want as you go, till you've got like a huge load of stuff going on. Okay, so also here's the thing. Let's just I'm going to go back to my other project in a sec. Now you've seen how you build stuff up like that. When you've built everything up, you can save this as a project, right? Okay, but it's very difficult to show you how vast and how much stuff is actually going on here, right? So that's a great sound, that is. All right, so let's go to our song mode, and let's pretend I've spent some time building this up, blah, 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 song, and we'll open a song. And I had this one called Dream Vibe I was messing with earlier. Okay. So I'd spent some time and I built up this thing here. Okay. You've built all this up, right? So you can use it as a clip launcher, but I want to show you about you can set this to follow the actual sequence of this as well. So if you want this to play for 3 bars, this to play for 1 bar, this is pretty easy to do. All right. So all you need to do is make sure that your little arrow here next to the stop button is engaged, and you will see that they will change down here as well. And if you hit the little toaster icon, you can see it says part follow is switched on. We could switch it off, and you'll see it's switched it off for that part, but it's still switched on for those. So this part will just play. It'll play forever until you stop it, because I switched part follow off. If you engage the little toasters, switch part follow on, engage it again, you'll see it says loop count 2. So you can have it loop for up to 8 times. And then, can you go any further than 8? I don't suppose you can. No, you can have it loop up to 8 times, and then it'll jump to the next one. But if you'd wanted it to loop for 16, say, that's easy. Just duplicate the parts completely over here. You can make a copy of the whole part and just paste it. So the same with this one here. You'll see it says loop count 2. Well, I don't know if you can, but it does. And then you've got loop count 4 there. But we'll change that to 2 because it goes on for too long. And then what we got in this one, loop counts for 1 there. And then it goes to this, which loop counts for 1. This loop counts for 2, and then it will drop back to the beginning. So easy to start this off. All you need to do is hit this one or wherever you want to start, and it will run back round. So this will count 2 times, and it'll jump into this one here. Hey Mitch, how you doing? I give you a big shout out in my video today, mate. Put links in and everything for you. You can stop at any time down there. So you see how that works with the following part follow thing switched on. It means you can set up your system to record in this like this. Okay, so let's get into another thing as well, because like I said, look, 32 minutes and we got hardly covered anything. I'm not kidding. The thing is huge. Forget you can use all your AUs as well. So there's nothing to fire off the MIDI there. It's also got a really good sampler in here as well, but that really does need a separate video. Anyway, our other view is the timeline view. Okay, so you can't just kind of copy and paste stuff over here. This is the timeline view. It's completely independent. But you can use this like a totally ordinary DAW. Okay? Oh, you're welcome, Andrew. Oh, did it all work? Okay, I hope it did. Oh, you know, you're welcome, Mitch. Right, so this works like a completely normal DAW. You just set record and it'll just, like, for instance, Electro Keys or Electro Composer. I think I've got a bit crusher effect on that. But don't forget they have a 28-day expiry on them. So let's add another track just for quickly show you something here. Electro guitar. Okay, so let's add some effects to that. Let's add a chorus for a kickoff. Okay, so we could add some more effects if we wanted to. So this is a dead basic chorus, but you could add any of your AUV3 choruses. So let's go back to here's where we've got our timeline. Okay, so let's just say we want to record some, and let's we put some drums in here actually. So drum patterns. Okay. You'll see that it's kind of what's in it. Well, you can expand. The cool thing is here, you can expand this as much as you like, but for our purposes, let's just go along here and take that back. For our purposes, we'll just leave that on our 4 bars because otherwise it'd go on for ages. So let's just make sure our keys are selected. We get a 4-bar counting. And I've got it on loop. So if it didn't have it off loop, I could literally have it just recorded for as long as I want, like you could in any DAW. You can also record audio tracks in your AUV3 instruments. You can also drop in the, I would have to add another track for that. So if we add a track in, let's add an audio track. Okay, so you can see it's picking up my voice now as well, so we could record that in. However, if we double tap on it here, I'm going to be able to do this now. Hang on a minute, audio track. I want to add an instrument to the audio track now, and do you know what? For the life of me, I can't remember how to do it in this particular view. Yeah, maybe I might have to do that in the other track. Anyway, doesn't matter. You can add it comes with a ton of actual audio loops and stuff as well. Just delete the track. There is a way to do it, but anyway, now you've got your track. But what's also nice about this is, well, now I've recorded it, I think there was a way. It looked like in the other one there was a way to kind of just keep copying it. I don't know. Or is it here? Yeah, you can copy and paste, and there's part automation for that as well. It's very deep. I hardly ever use this. I've been messing around with the looper section, so that's right. It does sound a bit spaghetti western, doesn't it? It does sound a bit Blue Oyster Cultish, doesn't it? Right, okay. So there's that. So I don't want to delete. I want to delete it. But I just wanted to show you that it works exactly the same as an ordinary DAW. You can just record your bits and pieces in. You have all your kind of like effects and stuff that you can do. Import MIDI file, export MIDI file, save track templates. You can freeze the track. So if it was an audio recording, for example, you can force the track into mono. You can change the track icon, which is nice. I'll just change the drums to that. You wouldn't want to do that though, would you? So change the track icon to like an acousticy looking drums, all that kind of stuff. However, the other very cool thing you can do, let's just turn loop off, is if we go back to our view. Now, this has nothing to do with what's just been, it's not buffering again, is it? If it's buffering again, I'm going to have to, hey? All right, no, my wife says it's not. Right, okay, so this view, the actual loop builder view, is completely independent from this view. All right, so you could have a completely separate song on here. However, if you long hold the record like this, you'll get different options. Record automation, if you wanted to record automation. I don't know if you noticed, but it also responds to aftertouch as well. So my little key step has got aftertouch, although that sound didn't. Okay, thanks, Sam. So record automation or record to timeline. So let's hit record to timeline. And as soon as you hit record to timeline, you'll see you get another little drop down here. Now what's going to happen now, as soon as I start to play with any of these loops, it's going to record it to the timeline. So here's what we do. You'll see it's moving now. It'll carry on past that 5. Right. There we go. Let's do this now. I don't know why it's not playing my... That's weird, isn't it? Wonder why it's not playing me my instruments now. Have I got some weird stuff? Well, I say it recorded there, but it didn't record anything. That's weird. Let me just load that song again. It's very quick to show you this anyway. Is that a bug? Is it weird? Wait a sec. Wait a sec, Gus. Thank you, Audio Gus. You've saved the day. Thank you. Thank you very much indeed. I'm going to delete it all and start again. So, delete. Delete. Otherwise, it won't make no sense. Thanks, Gus. Brilliant. Top job, man. Right. Okay. So, let's go back here again. I'm going to engage. This is when I really wanted it to be. This is when I wanted the max headroom, so I could have reran the mistake. Record to timeline. I'm so pleased you noticed the drums were so low. Brilliant, thanks. I was just wondering why these were all blacked out as well. That's quite good, actually, isn't it? So they all go black, yeah. Right. You don't need to press play or record anything. As soon as you start to press play now, as soon as you play any of these, it's going to record, and you can buy either the whole part or individual parts, right? So, and as soon as we stop, it's already stopped it, recording it into the timeline. So if we go over there now and have a look, there it is. Now, loop isn't switched on. We don't need loop switched on there. So you can switch it on or off if it would just loop that one part, but it records the entire thing in. So if we expand it a little bit, we can see what's going on. And again, then you can carry on applying effects and stuff. We can close that, make it so we can see. But you can see that it's recorded all our information into this now. So this will just play back as a song, and then we can add more bits, etc., etc. I think you can have, I'm not sure about the automation, but everything is pretty much automatable everywhere. There is a load of cool stuff you can do. So hang on a sec. Yes, strike the like, people. Strike the like. So you get the idea. If you engage, make sure that you've engaged. Well, you can't do it from that end. You have to go back to your clip view. If you engage your record to timeline, then whatever you play in your session, sort of thing, your looping session, will be recorded at a time. Oh, and it's also, I must say, sorry, as well. Because it's MIDI, everything is expandable or editable like this. You can hit the little settings icon and say, set your colors properly so that you know what's going on. This little view up here, you can show system stats, show send tracks, show master track. Here is your mixer for your project. This also is, of course, the mixer for anything that's in the tracks for the what's it and all. So each track has a hand controls, your settings. If it's like this, each track has a filter on it. So you do get an awful lot of stuff. So are the recorder clips linked, meaning if you edit a clip in a loop, it will also affect the stuff recorded to the timeline? Good question, Sam. Let's have a look, shall we? Okay, so we've got our timeline recording going on there. Okay. Let's go back to our thingy view. Let's just go back to record input. So we've still got our separate thing there. So let's see. Let's adjust. Let's make some adjustments to this one. Let's completely change the pattern. So what is the pattern? Let's see. So let's change it to something complete. Bloody took it out. Look. Hang on. So if I go back now. Right, let's go to our timeline. And this is where it came in, isn't it? So let's see. So if you've recorded the information into the timeline from the clip view, it will just remember the information that was recorded. It will not, you cannot then make changes in here as I've just made. It does not reflect. It's not linked. It just creates a copy, right? But you can, however, go in and edit the one that's already in the timeline. So you can create two completely independent things, which I think is quite good, So I think that's a good idea. It's kind of it's not altering anything in the timeline. It's not gonna, once you've recorded information into the clip view, it isn't gonna destroy anything. You'll still have your two independent things, which is nice. Otherwise, things might get confusing because you might have something recorded that you want in the timeline. And then it'll be kind of, you'll come back onto your clip launcher view, make some adjustments and stuff. Go back to timeline view and think, well, hang on a minute, what's completely different here? Anyway, neither here nor there, but there you go. So look, before we go, I'm just going to save this. Okay, so you can go here and let's see. We can save the song there, or we can do it from here. It's a lot easier to do it from here, actually. So save song. And I'll just save it as what I already had. So let's see if let's add another instrument track here. Let's go to our external plugins. Let's add, say, I don't know, Basilicious. Tube, there it is. And you'll see you can have full screen mode here, so we can close that. So So we can have our AUV3s working like this. Then you can we can't access the presets there actually, but you can access the presets as you normally would inside the app. So yeah, so that's good. Oh, BM3. This isn't. It's not really. This does have a really good sampler. I'll show you it actually. Although I need to really dig into sample verse. I like the sample verse in this new Zenbeats version much better than I did in the original Stage Light. But I will do a video for sample verse as well because it's fast. It needs a lot to show you what's going on, you know. So you can add your AUV3s, etc., etc. Let's add another instrument. Let's add one of the Zenbeats plugins. Sample verse is the last one here. So this is sample verse. It comes with a few stock harps. And then also we can switch the harp off. Comes with loads of sounds. You can sample into this as well and import your own samples and stuff. Well, you can see there it says record, so you could record in, as you can see. I haven't got into this yet, so I'm not going to now because otherwise I'll just make a complete balls of it sort of thing. So, and then the editing is very cool. The editing, you can add all sorts of new modules. So we can turn the harp on. You can. This is where you can build your own. If we switch it on, you can build your own arpeggiators like this. You've got a menu for the harp, but it's really deep. You've got LFOs. You've got a sample bank. You can add samples like this, or wait a sec. You can. Oh, I can't see my eyes. Right. You can add. Where are we now? Let's see. What's an LFO? That's a sample bank. Where's the add? What's it? There's a way to add more. What's it? Let me see if I can see it now. I can't see a thing. I can't. Sample bank. Is it? Can't see now. There's a way to add other oscillators to the same thing, so you can build up this great big sort of massive synth, and I mean, an oscillator is playing the sample sort of thing. So there are some very cool things you can do. Oh, there. Add module, add a sample bank or record samples, import an audio file, add an LFO, add an oscillator. So I've added this new oscillator. And then we've got like a synth we can play with now. I'll just change the preset up. Yeah, so sample verse is huge and really requires a whole tutorial on its own. However, it does come with a stack of presets and it's good fun to mess around with. You soon get the idea. There's the add module thing, and you can just keep adding these modules. You can add like other samples, so you could have you can import your samples, you can record it in. It's very good. It's very good. It does a lot of cool stuff. It's really deep, Sam. It really, you know, there's a lot of work gone into this, you know. 10 years this has been going. you know, in various forms. So, I mean, it's a big thing. Right, guys, I'm going. I've done nearly an hour. You see, you don't get a lot done when it's a huge, massive apps. Well, I don't see. The thing is this has been going a lot longer than Gadget has. This was going 10 years ago, but not on the iPad. It's been on desktop and at Mac and stuff for years and years and years. It was just ported to the iPad because they're ported to everything. So yeah, Roland Zenbeats. And pretty cool it is too. I like the redesigned interface. It's a lot more modern. There's a lot more going on. You can do a lot of cool stuff with it. You know, it's nice. It's pretty cool beans. What does this do? Oh, we can expand it as well. So like this, we'll just tap that. So we've got full screen mixing going on. Check these. Where are they? Where are they? Where are they? These themes. Where are they, Samuel? And I shall look. Is it in settings? Oh, right. Color scheme. Is that it? Right. Found them. Right. Settings. Color scheme. Storm. 808 nights. Gosh, flipping heck. I like that one. So we get back to a view that we can actually understand. Let's go back to yeah, we might see this themes better on here, mightn't we? Okay, Sam, let's have a look at a few more of the themes. Settings. Theme is 808 nights there. How many do we get? We don't get many, do we? Oh, which one was this? I wish it would just, the page would just stay there. 808 is supposed to be light. I think that's light. That's quite nice. That's called silver. 808 nights. That's 808 nights. But it does say nights. Let's see. That's 909. So if you wanted a much lighter view sort of thing. Caustic's got some nice themes. Yeah, that's quite nice. I think I like the dark one better, but I can't actually see that. Settings, let's see. Midnight. Kind of look like 808 nights. I'm sure there must be some differences. Moonbeam. Kind of. Some things changed, didn't they? Let's see. Settings. Neon lights. Oh, that's quite nice. Silver's quite nice. I can't find it in the Russian store. Really? I've put a Zenbeats. Nikita, listen, there's a link in the description of this actual video. There's a link. It says you can get Zenbeats here at the App Store. Click on that. You don't need to search for anything with the sound test room. So if it's, I don't know why it shouldn't be there. Very flat design, but I think it works. Yeah, it's quite nice. Let's see. What we got? One left, Storm, which we had to look at. Yeah, it's quite nice. So, you know, I don't know. Which, I guess it's whichever way. It's nice to have the options, isn't it, as well? And you've got, do you know what? There's so much to do. I did quite a good one a while ago for the other version, which I'm going to stop calling it now. So, because this is Roland Zenbeats, isn't it? So let's be fair. Let's be fair. Yeah. Cool. There you go, guys. I shall leave it there. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you haven't already struck that like, please strike it now. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I will do more for Zenbeats, but with DAWs are difficult to do as a kind of a one-shot thing, aren't they? So So is a point equal to a book? I don't think so. It would be impossible for me to tell here because I think because I already have everything from the previous version. I don't really know what it doesn't say what they are. I'm not sure how the actual price pointing works. Anyway, guys, it's good though. Look, you get a lot of stuff. You get little demos you can play. Guys, I'm gonna go. Thank you very, very much. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks, Foxtrot Hozza, the audio dabbler. Thanks, Mitch, for joining us. Brilliant. But I don't know how it actually works. And thanks, Sam, Nikita, the other, and everybody else who joined. Audio Gus, this is you, man. And yeah, top job, cool beans. I shall see you guys later. Hopefully tomorrow sometime doing something, whatever. Who knows? Well, I've been still working on my cool EG Pulse videos. So yeah. And thanks, Sam. I'll see you later, guys. Ta-ta.